Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Michael, aka Saprious, and it's time for some Minecraft. Um, what was I doing? Probably working on my wall. Always am. That's a little bit too loud, so I'm gonna turn that down a tad. A tad. Grab some pork. Some chicken in here. Oh yeah. Bam. Okay. Let's go work on getting some more crap. I need to put a walk right here at some point. How much cobble do I have? Ooh. Stop text message. So, I was going to record yesterday, last night at least, like I said, but I didn't, because I got home and I was super tired, so I ended up just kind of hanging out, and then I went to bed, and that was nice. Yesterday's work was both good and bad. I worked for 8 hours, which was good. The beginning part was interesting, and there was really nice music playing. I kind of like house music, and there was some house music playing, and that was cool. And then that big party stopped, and then we did a couple other parties. One took up half the bowling alley, and then there was like 10 lanes that weren't taken, so those lanes were able to be used, and then the remainder 10 lanes was another party, because there's 40 lanes. 20 of them went to a big party, 10 went to a smaller party, and then 10 were free lanes that anybody can buy and just play on for as long as they want. So the first part was fine. The second part was good for a little while. Then it got really boring, and then I had to deal with a really annoying person, and then it became fine again. Let me tell you about this person, because this person really ruffled my feathers. Okay, so one of my jobs as being a score tech is cleaning the bathrooms. And I understand that if you're going to pay to be there and use the bowling alley that we run, you're going to go ahead and want things to be to your satisfaction, clean and all that good stuff. I understand that, and I'd want it to be clean too. If I was going somewhere, like if I go to a restroom that's in like a if I go to a restroom that's in a restaurant and it's not clean, I'll use it. I'll be kind of maybe a little grossed out, but whatever. But all in all, I'll not really say too much about it. I'll maybe complain to the front desk, whatever, or the hotels, whatever you call it in the restaurant world. So I might go and do that. But I get it. You want to have a good experience if you're going to pay to be there. This lady went up to Chris, which is one of the other score techs, and she was like, yeah, I was going to go to the bathroom, but the stall didn't have any toilet paper and there was no seat covers. So he came up to me and he was like, dude, can you take care of this for me, please? I was already, our boss already said for me to go do something else. So I was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. So how much toilet paper do I need? And he said, I don't know. So I went and I grabbed one toilet paper and one seat cover thing package. And then I go to the bathroom, and then I walk over. The bathroom was by lane 1, and the supply closet is by lane 40, and I was by lane 1. So I walked all the way to lane 40, and then all the way back to lane 1, and she's waiting outside the door. And she said, "Did you take care of it yet?" And I was like, I was holding the stuff, and I'm like, "No, I was gonna do that right now." And she's like, "Oh, let me go check and see if you took care of it already." I took it as her being kind of a bitch. So she walks out, she's like, "Nope, still a mess." I'm like, "Well, I'll go take care of that right now for you." And she's like, "Okay." So I walk in, I make sure that no other women are in there, and then I start changing. I change. I put the 2 toilet paper rolls in because each stall has a toilet paper roll, and then the toilet seat cover. So, and then while I'm doing that, I notice that one of the paper towel rolls is also empty. So I ask Chris to grab me a toilet paper or a paper towel roll thing. So he comes by and he drops it off, and he leaves, and she sticks her head in, and she's like, "Oh, you finished in here?" And I'm like, "Not quite yet. I'm still putting the toilet or the paper towel roll up." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Just hurry up because I really need to go to the bathroom." And so I go to the stall. Like, I finish that up, and I look into the stall next to the stall that she was going to use, and there was 2 nearly unused toilet paper rolls, and a unused seat cover container. So she didn't want to use that one for some reason, and that pissed me off even more, because it's like she refused to go to the restroom unless this stall was up to date, I guess, which is really stupid, considering she could have used the restroom in the other one and then come and told us. She did not need to stand outside the door for however long it took, 5 minutes or whatever. It's not that hard. I'm not all that tall, so you doing the paper towel dispenser was a little difficult because it's over eye level, and I have to get up onto the sink and whatever. And the key is stupid, and it just took me a little bit longer to do that than anything else. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna leave and never think about this situation ever again. So I walk out, and I take the extra rolls or whatever that I had. I take that all out, and as soon as I leave the restroom, she's like, "Did you get that all taken care of?" And I said yes. She's like, "Oh, it took you long enough." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess I'm just not that good at my job, huh?" And I kind of laugh. I guess the nearest quote would be, "Well, I guess I'm not too good at my job, huh?" So she's like, "Nope, guess not." And at that point, I'm like, "Wow, fuck you then." Ooh, sorry, I'm kind of riled up. I normally wouldn't cuss while I'm recording. Sorry about that. If I think about it, I'll put a bleep there, but probably not. I think I've said that already. But yeah, I was like, "Oh, F you." And I walk out. Well, I didn't say F you. Take that into consideration. I said that in my head, because I wouldn't say that to a person who's paying to go there. And then kind of ruffled my feathers, like I already said. Pissed me off quite a bit. And it ruined my time for a good 10 or 15 minutes, and I texted Laura the whole situation of basically what I just told you guys. Pretty much word for word for what I just said. then I felt a little bit better because her party left, and I dealt with these people that were actually very, very nice that made up for it, and they made me happy. Uh, so I love dealing with people that are not rude or anything. Just makes working there a lot more pleasant for me. But whatever, I'm not there to have a good experience. I'm there to work. Just people who help me have a good experience shall receive a kinder version of me, I guess. If that makes sense.